Good evening, folks. So, the stream has stayed still. 1 second till I just move again. There we go. We're back moving again, are we? Nope, it's frozen again. Right. Hopefully it works this time. Yay! There we go. Right. Welcome everyone. Dark Tide episode something. We are back. There's no Amy this week. She's away off. Was at a wedding. She's very hungover. We have not heard from a Shiraz. A wild Shiraz may appear randomly, but we also have a new person over there in the top corner. That is Jodie. She is awesome. So, I said to the cast I would ask them about today's National Day before I ask the question. So, very quickly, what do you think National Yellow Pig Day is?
You commemorating some kind of massacre or something? I'm not quite sure.
No, it's celebrating the relevance of the number 17 in maths.
Okay.
In some kind of...
I'm not really sure how we got that from there, but we did. So, to celebrate the number 17 in maths, or yellow pigs, what's your favourite use of a 17? Starting with Eden.
Hello, I'm Eden. My character's Wraith. He's a Tevinter mage, a mortician, responsible for the severing of things, and horses. And 17, you've thrown me for a loop. I don't know. That's such an arbitrary question.
I mean, if you've got a favourite use of a yellow pig.
Equally, I feel that this is something that I don't have any particular frame of reference for, a yellow pig. Oh god, save me somehow.
If you don't think number 17 plays a role in our lives, consider these facts. The number 17 is a premium number in the arena of prime numbers, because it adds the first four prime numbers together to make 17. I just realised my camera has frozen again. There we go. Anytime I do that, it freezes.
I stink at maths, so this means nothing to me. It was an age that I went through and then became 18.
Would you like to know that the average school bus weighs 17 tons with passengers inside?
I know it now, whether I like it or not.
And that the word telecommunication has 17 letters. This is genuinely on the page for this to say why 17 is important. Rowan.
Hello, I'm Rowan, and I am playing Juniper, a cat creature thing who bites and occasionally throws a dagger into a pair of bollocks. Oh, Jesus Christ, this question. What the fuck can I say?
The atomic number of chlorine is 17.
Great, so I can gas myself to death. Wonderful.
Yeah. It wants you to look for not so random occurrences of the number 17 and shout, "Look, yellow pig!" I don't get why the yellow pig's relevant to this.
Who wrote this? Where are you pulling this from?
National Day calendar. Hang on, I will put it in the thing for you.
Like, we've had some bad ones over the years, but that is in the top 10.
That was strange, you know.
Well, before we get too strange, Tom, who are you? What are you? What's the 17 to you?
Hi, Tom. Also, legally distinct Gimli. Tinkerer, dudes. 17. Nothing. It's the number between 16 and 18 as far as I'm concerned. Both of which are more interesting numbers.
Do you know why everyone is low? Because I turned the limiter down for gaming.
Ah.
That'll be why everyone sounds low. There we go, that's been fixed now. Everyone should be a bit louder. hopefully, Tom, can you just say something again?
I don't really have any particular interest in the number 17.
Is that
16
volume
is
bar?
more interesting. 18 is alright, I guess. Dunno.
That's better. Fantastic. Cool. All right, and finally, we have a new person joining, Jody. Cannot hear you, honey. Tech gremlins.
Right.
There's a lot of swearing going on in the background right now.
No problem.
Okay, let me.
I'll just
Hey,
this.
yeah, hi, I'm Jody, my character...
No, I can sort.
Oh,
Okay.
for fuck's sake, what is going on?
We're getting some audio lag.
Oh, for fuck's sake, tech rep fucking right.
Can hear you now, at least.
And on the plus side, you
Fuck.
definitely.
Okay,
fit
let
in.
me...
You've joined us. You've had tech gremlins. That's the
No, I can
complete
sort- I can-
initiation.
Sorry, I thought this was sorted, and it is not.
Don't worry, honey.
I can hear you.
Alright, okay, cool.
We can hear you now, so you should be okay.
Right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
No, you've gone off again.
It's heavily delayed.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, can you hear
Okay.
me now? From that, from that response, I'm guessing no.
Yeah, we're getting the delayed feedback.
Alright, okay, right, okay, cool. Yep. Hi, I'm Jody,
It's just on a loop. Hun, maybe disconnect from the call and come back in.
Good shout.
Can you feel the sunshine?
Right, I'm just gonna try and tell
Hang on.
quickly. So,
We'll quickly cut the cat dancing. Oh, which doesn't work on this one. Fantastic. Never mind.
okay. Right. Little bit of.
Oh, what's a stream without the tech gremlins?
Yep.
Every time we run, there's something.
Yeah, it's fine. Everyone loves dancing
I'm pretty-
cat. He's
I'm
a
pretty
very
happy
dancing,
about it, to
dancing,
be honest,
dancing,
because usually I'm
dancing
the
cat.
one with tech gremlins.
Well, you were saying your CPU was running at 70 degrees, so I'm surprised it's surviving.
What, Tom? I'm expecting it to like burn through the floor one day.
Here's a we have a temperature update. Now 69.
69.
Somewhere between 64 and 69,
64, 64.
with a minimum of
64
62 and a
too
maximum
late.
of 81 degrees across the last hour.
right, I'm back. Is this working now?
Yay! Yes.
Hey!
That's about right, isn't it? Oh, jeez.
Right, well, that was wonderful.
Yep, but you're back at least. We can hear you. Glad you've gone again.
It's still delayed as well.
Oh. One of these days we'll got the tech gremlins.
It's
Okay.
only a second delay, so it's not that bad.
Yeah,
It's not that
Right.
bad.
I found
No,
time
I found out every time I
unpress.
unpress the push to talk button, it's turning my camera off for some reason. I have no idea.
It might be the shortcut for your camera on your computer, so maybe change it to like control, because that's what I've got it
Yeah.
set as.
Yeah, but it didn't. That didn't happen before. So
Hmm.
The delay's fixed.
The cat does not like the fan blowing at him. He gets very upset.
right, okay, this should be.
Right, okay, this should be...
Was it?
Was it?
It's like a 2-second delay.
It's like a 2-second
That's
delay.
weird.
That's weird.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Just as a potential quick solution, could you both sit together on one camera?
Probably.
Yeah, that would actually make a lot of sense. Yeah. Cool.
There's a chair here.
Okay.
Yep, cool.
We'll work this out. Though, just to go back to National Pig Day, it does recommend that you celebrate National Pig Day by looking for the number 17 in the newspaper. Do 17 jumping jacks. Order a round of drinks for 17 people.
Sure.
Eat 17 spoonfuls of peach ice cream. Buy 17 lottery
I have
tickets.
no idea what the
And
going
get
on.
I have no
17
idea what the fuck is
tattoos of
going
the
on.
number
Why is it-
17.
both coming through on both our mics.
Do you remember that
Oh,
Jim
no.
Carrey movie where he's obsessed with the
Rowan.
number 23, I think it is?
I think it's
Because this is
haunted.
just reminding me of that very heavily.
Oh, hang on, we've got a history. Two mathematicians by the name of Michael Spivak and David Kelly will
Stick
analyse
that baby in the
random,
middle.
random properties of the number 17 and a mysterious yellow pig.
Is that okay for you?
Yeah, that should. Okay.
Apparently, someone
I'll get
gave
your
lectures
headphones.
and taught classes around yellow pig, and someone made publications in several mathematic texts.
Yep.
No one's really sure why there's a yellow pig. It just seems that the two mathematicians that came up with this had a yellow pig, or something to do with a yellow pig. It's very strange that we've got this sidetracked, but yes. Would you like to know other words that have 17 letters?
No.
Right.
Oh
Okay.
hi!
Oh,
Oh,
hi!
Ross is here now.
I have, however, finally found a memorable usage of the number 17.
Oh, what's that?
How many times I tried to get my mic to work before I fucking gave up.
And that is a good reference for us to move on to. Actually, no. Who is your character? Because we haven't had that yet.
Yeah. My character is Karen, an ex-Carter enforcer with disturbingly obsessed with apocalypses.
Awesome. And thank you, AJ, for your eternal help with overlays, because I'm useless. Sorry, I just got. Belry sent me a message saying that someone's coming to finish the John tomorrow. So I replied with good to know someone's working on John, and he doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, moving on. So,
Oh god,
after,
that's bad. That's pretty bad. That
after
is.
all the chaos, what happened last week?
God, what did happen last week? My memory.
Yeah.
Last week was the Seeker.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and we were ninjaing around the place trying not to kill anyone, I think.
Again.
Yes. A big group of Templars turned up, led by a Seeker, who was kind of an Inquisitor type, and they rolled up. And we kind of, me and Ruth, Wraith and Ruth, being the mages and apostates of the group after a fashion, decided to hide while Gimli, I suppose, took point after a fashion and just kind of stood outside and did his thing, chatting, waffling a lot with the Templars, keeping them occupied.
And he
Well,
did like
Juniper
some
went
trick
through-
that convinced them it was magic, and it wasn't. It was like science and nonsense. Well, not on a camera. Remember this right?
There was a pair of rings, and he kind of made them think that he was a mage foolishly. Although, arguably, Templars should have probably known a little bit better, but it's whatever. Gimli ended up getting thrown in a cage.
For
Wraith
doing
and
magic.
Ruth sensibly kind of showed off their Grey Warden tattoo brand things, and kind of persuaded their way out of the place.
I think I stole a dagger again, but like a magical one.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
the
and I was
glowy
like
yellow
ninjaing
dagger.
around, causing chaos. I think I killed one of them.
I think so.
Vague memories of murder.
Vague memories of murder. That should be the tagline for this whole series.
Don't look at me like that.
So we kind of, Wraith and Ruth, after talking their way out of the Seeker's clutches, went outside, freed Gimli. We went to go and get his stuff. It was gone.
Because I'd nicked it.
Yep. The Seekers at that point kind of got a bit wary and got on their guard, and we kind of scurried off on the cart, meeting Juniper down the road, reuniting, and yeah, giving Gimli his stuff back. And I think that was
Gimli's stuff and like the dagger out of the box of extreme magical artifacts. And wasn't there like an elf with a bag over his head being led around on a rope?
yes. They had like a, I don't want to say a pet elf, but they had like a elf they were using as a tool to detect magic devices and items and stuff that they would kind of unleash from a box, and it was kind of scrawny and covered in tattoos. That went
Like hunt
wild.
out mages or something. I
Yeah,
think that's the thing I killed.
that's it. Before we left, there was an altercation involving that.
It
Because
went
it was
for
after the
me
dagger.
because I went after the things in the box, and so I knifed it from a tree.
And that's when we buggered off.
Sensibly so.
Right. There we go. I've just moved Jodie to the other call because you're there, and I have an overlay for being there. So that's the easiest way of working it. Yes. So you all fled the scene. We didn't have a Shiraz last week, did we?
No.
Oh.
Shiraz's character was
He
put
snored.
to sleep and
Yeah.
put in a cupboard, and then hastily dragged, we didn't fail to mention that, dragged by Wraith back to the cart before the altercation occurred.
Hang on. One quick question. Have I... Is Jodie listening through their own mic? Just so I know. Right, they are.
You're muted.
Right, okay. No problem. I will work this out. I'll put you back in, and I'll just ask AJ just to send me an overlay with the 5 on it. It'll be fine.
How many different overlays do we have now? 7?
This is the longest
more
we've
than
had
that.
tech delays for. But hopefully it will...
17 is what we said.
17! We're haunted with the number 17 today. Fuck it.
Don't turn off mute. Oh fuck.
Right, okay. Fuck it. We'll run with it. It'll be fine. It'll all make sense in the... I'm going to say the edit. You know what I mean.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it live. That's the motto of everything we've pretty much done in this channel since we started. Right.
It's fine. It's more punk this way.
Right, okay, cool. So, you all have left the previous village because of the Seeker basically turning up and then telling you all to basically go away because he didn't want to speak to Gimli anymore. And as you head along the road, and I get my notes back up. As you head along the road, you find that the next sort of small village you come to, there seems to have quite a commotion around the town square. What do you want to do?
Say
Is it
commotion.
cat
What,
related?
There are like 4 quite large, not kind of caravans, but quite large kind of carts with like the big wooden backs to them, and the one right in the middle seems to have a sort of stage on top of it with some long curtains, and there seems to be a dwarf standing there, sort of with a small cane pointing at the curtains and sort of bringing the crowd to a frenzy.
is there any signage, or like it sounds like maybe it's a show or possibly some kind of sales pitch?
As you get closer, you hear the dwarf shout, "All I need is for one of you to donate 50 gold and come up and you can be the free example of this bargain low price. What do you say?" And all the people are quite... They look like they're looking through their pockets for any kind of money.
Well, that's a scam if I ever heard one.
Any mention of snake oil?
No, not yet. They look around and they go, "Come on, one of you must have 50 gold. 25 gold. Come on, we'll do it. We'll do it easy enough. 25 gold."
Can I sneak round the back and try and like sneak in and see what's behind the curtain without anyone noticing?
Behind the curtain is another curtain. Doesn't seem to be anything
Can I
back
go
there.
behind? Can I go behind that curtain?
Yeah, if you look behind one curtain, there's another curtain. You look behind the other curtain, and you can just see straight through to the crowd. There's nothing out. There's nothing there behind the curtain. And it goes a little.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of sneak back out and gotta go back to the mood. It's empty.
Come on, one of you, 10 gold, 10 gold, I'm robbing myself. 10 gold, one of you must have 10 gold, come on. You must have something significantly wrong with you. 10 gold and we'll fix it, no matter what it is.
Is he talking to one of us?
He's talking to people in the crowd who are literally looking at him like, I've got maybe 1 gold. He's like, what is this? I'm not some kind of charity case working for 1 gold. I can't do that. No, you, and he points at Wraith and goes, you, the rich-looking one. Yeah, you. Have you got any injuries or damage or feel like you've ever been cursed in your life or anything like that?
No, I feel perfectly fine. I remember perfect model of fitness. And he kind of leans up a little bit.
Well,
and he's clearly not.
Well, that's helpful.
As he does so, his back snaps a little bit.
Yeah, there's the usual popping and...
Well, what about, he looks around, and he sort of goes, you, small dwarven man, yeah, you, as a fellow dwarf, I understand your plight, you're limping a little bit, maybe we could fix that leg of yours. I'm waiting for Tom's reaction.
Okay, I'm vaguely interested, but also apprehensive.
But, you got 10 gold.
I know where these things go.
You got 10 gold.
If I do, I haven't written it down on my character sheet.
While he's looking in his pockets,
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna say, I don't got 10 gold, but I've got a ring of copper and a ring of zinc. Oh god!
He just looks around.
Sorry, Ray leans down and says, "I'd be wary of this man. He seems well. You mentioned snake oil already. He seems a little bit of a shyster."
Well, he walks up and he sort of goes, help the gentleman onto stage, will you? And 2 quite large canary appear from the side and just walk either side of Gimli and just slowly start escorting them up the steps towards the dwarf. And goes, those 2 rings will pay wonderfully. We'll just take them and then, so one of each of the canaries will lean in and grab 1 ring each. And go, right there, just take your place behind the curtain. We'll fix the leg up, no problem. Are you happy just being ushered behind this curtain, Tom?
It's just a curtain standing in the middle of nowhere.
It's just a curtain, and there's a curtain behind it, and as you sort of look through the curtain behind it, it just leads to the outside. There's nothing in the curtain, you're just sort of standing there quite confused.
There's like a curtain, and then there's another curtain, and then, what, I'm sort of stood between 2 curtains?
Yeah.
Can I just see, like, is there a gap either side?
Yep.
Alright, well I'm gonna sort of look around, I guess, admire the trees or whatever out the gap.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye on my pockets though. I do have quite a high dex.
Okay.
So I should be able to.
This is where the magic happens. And he slaps his hands together and rubs them. And he goes, Maker, listen to me. It's your boy, Ogben. You're gonna cure this man. You're gonna give him the power. He's gonna be better. You're gonna help him. Everybody, look to the sky and say, I believe. He looks at you all when he gets no reaction. Come on, people. Come on. I believe. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on.
I'm confused.
Have we met an evangelical salesman?
It seems
Yes.
Oh my god.
What am I believing in?
Well, he just looks to the canary, and the canaries are very just stunned sense, just going, I believe. Yes, well, that's good enough. Come on. Make it. I believe that we can heal this man's foot. He's got a broken... Is it left foot? Don't remember. Left
I
foot?
can't remember either.
Let's say it's left foot. Broken left foot. Make her fix this man. Make him better. You feel a tingling sensation.
Okay.
At this point, there's what seems to be like a firework starts spinning on either side of the curtain, quite loudly. It's spinning with lots of like sparks either side, and as they sort of spin to a crescendo of a massive bang, the curtain shoots back and your leg is magically healed.
How? Why? What was wrong with it in the first place again?
Your leg,
You were
remember your
missing
leg
a
was
foot.
reattached.
Yeah, it was numb.
It was numb.
I thought it was
You've now
numb.
got feeling back in your foot.
Huh. Would you look at that?
Believe in the maker, everybody. We got him fixed. Now he was fixed for only 10 gold. I mean, not to show you that it works. I mean, look at his foot. It works perfectly well. Only 200 gold each. And I can fix every single one of you. Just 200 gold. Looks around again. He goes,
Anyone?
100 gold. I'll take
Alright.
50 again. Come on, people. I mean, I can fix bones here.
I like the idea of an evangelical salesman that's actually genuine, but also a dreadful salesman. I don't know. There's something about it which amuses me slightly. I'm gonna wander on over to our resident doctor. And by doctor, I mean
Wraith.
Wraith. I was actually going to say something else there, and I stopped myself.
Walking corpse.
No, actually, it was considerably worse than that.
You have to hear
So
it.
I'm gonna say, legs not numb.
This is unprecedented. I'm in shock. What happened behind the curtain there?
Why?
Juniper said there was nothing back there.
I stood there, and there was two curtains. For some reason, there was massive gaps on either side. Maybe for the fireworks. Curtains can be flammable. I learned that when I was 7. I don't know. It's, And then he wiggled his arms around and said, "Believe in the maker." One of them said, "I believe." And then I can feel it. And to prove to myself that I can feel it, I'm going to kick myself in the shin with the other foot. Does it hurt?
Yes. Quite
Yes,
a
I
lot.
thought so. I remember what my boots are made of now, and I made a mistake.
Can I nick your foot, shoe and socks to check that your foot isn't like cursed?
You can't nick anything. You're not going to be able to take those off easily. How strong are you again?
He's
I don't know,
very
give you a
attached to his
poke in a
shoes.
funny bone and then just kind of quickly.
Pretty sure each one of these boots is like 17 kilos.
Yes, it was quite heavy if I remember right.
No?
But
Okay, maybe
okay.
I'm like desperately gnawing at your boots then, and it's not working.
Alright.
are you willing to show Juniper your feet? Tom. Are you willing to show Juniper your feet?
Fine, but I'm keeping them on my socks.
Okay.
Although, let's be honest, you know those videos of cats smelling human feet and then just going bleh? That's about what I'd expect.
That's fair. So, you take his shoes and socks off. You look at his feet. His foot looks immaculate. Even his nails look tidy now. Well, on the one foot anyway. On his other foot they look a mess, but on his one foot they look very, very, very tidy.
Miraculous.
Gonna look at my numb arm, gonna look at the guy, and gonna look back at my arm and start trying to steal enough money from people around in the crowd so I can get my
What
arm.
about him? Steal money back from him and then pay him with his own money.
Can I see where he keeps his finances?
There does look to be one cart that looks a bit finer than the other 3, yes.
Gonna sneak in there and see if I can nick like 50 gold.
Alright, roll... I don't remember if we've got stealth. Do we have stealth?
Yep.
Yeah, roll stealth.
Cool. 19?
Yep. You sneak into the bigger cart. You notice as soon as you walk in, there are two quite large canary in full armour standing in front of a large chest and a bed.
Okay. Cool. Can I slip outside and, like, kind of kick one of the other carts to try and just get them to run over and then hide again?
Sure. Sure.
Love?
Do just roll dex. Just roll a basic dex roll to see how you get on of just basically kicking this cart.
Yeah, see if I can kind of, like, distract them so they'll leave it alone for 2 seconds so I can nick something. 14?
Okay. As you start kicking the cart, there's a sort of muffled sound. Actually, do me an awareness check. Let's see what you actually pick up from this, or if you're too interested in just to get in the distraction.
Okay.
Oh, you get up.
21?
Yes. So that was we'll add the +3 to the early one, so that's fine. Yes, 21. You kick the thing. You hear a very muffled "ow" as you continue kicking this cart, and then you hear, "What is going on?" And a very large canary just walks over and looks at you and goes, "What are you? Why you kick cart?"
Gonna, like, lean over, sniff his hand, and just attempt to do the cute person boots face, basically.
Let's see what does he do? Number 2. Are you goblin? Are you creature? You is fuzzy, and he just pokes you in the nose. Not taps a proper poke almost through your nose and goes, "What are you? Are you elf?"
Gonna bat my head on his hand.
I do not understand you. He just stands looking at you, not saying anything.
Cute little meow. Huh?
At this point,
Just distracting him.
At this point, a sort of small ginger-haired man just sort of bustles round the side and goes, "What's all this? Candace, what have you found? What are you?" Just poke. This goes.
Keep standing
Poke
there.
you. What are you doing next to the cart? Get away from there.
Psst, psst, psst. Hey, kitty, kitty.
And do another little head bap at the ginger guy this time.
He just looks at you and goes, "Hey, Geddes, could you escort our little friend to the back cart? Maybe give it a bowl of milk and make it comfortable." And he just leans down, picks Juniper up by the back of the neck, and just starts walking to the back cart.
Can I wiggle out of his grip and just kind of like cat wiggle onto the floor, kind of?
Do your dodge roll.
12.
He does have a reasonable grip on you.
Can Wraith and Gimli see this from where they are?
Wraith and Gimli are currently watching this. Between the carts that they can see, just this large armoured canary just walking past, holding Juniper like by the scruff, past the first cart, then past the second cart. Juniper doesn't seem to be like that wriggly compared to what you've seen before.
It's a scruff hold. She can't. She's like...
So yes, you can see them making for the cart at the back. At this point, you just do, "Come on, 25 gold, I'm killing myself here. I can heal you of any problem. Think your family's land is cursed? I can deal with it. Come on, people. The Maker believes in all of you. Come on, one of you must have some gold."
Do we go after... Do we ask the questions about the salesman, or do we go rescue our friend and thief?
I think Wraith is concerned for the friend and would probably say something to that effect of, "Oh, did you see that? Looks like Juniper's running some trouble back there. Should probably give her a hand."
Alright. So,
And then we go, I guess.
so are you both making your way to the back cart? Tom?
Yes. Yeah. I'm a bit worried about my leg, but yes.
Yes. Your leg's the best it's felt in a long time.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm worried.
Too good to be true.
Alright. So you walk around to the the back cart with the canary. The canary opens the back door of the cart and sort of, for want of a better term, just lobs Juniper inside and slams the door.
Yeah.
Inside, Juniper sees 2 or 3 unconscious people and one conscious person, who will be Karen. If you can describe your character to Juniper, please.
Sure. Yeah. Wait, was I conscious or unconscious?
You're
Sorry.
conscious. You're the only conscious one there.
All right. Yeah. I'm just in the corner of the car. Got like quite buzzed, like dark hair, a lot of scars on the face, like looking around, like kind of like an angry sort of like twitchy sort of movement, and I just see this little creature just.
You see the door open and this furball get thrown in, yeah.
Yeah, and I somehow shuffle back even further in the corner of the cart than I already am, and just what is that?
Gonna hop to my feet and go a little bit.
Just glaring at this weirdly aggressive furball that's just been heated at my face.
I'm gonna jump into the door frame.
What are you? Help me!
I don't think even Juniper knows. Oh god, how's the rescue mission coming up?
Well, Wraith has just sort of watched Juniper get hurled into the back of a cart. Before the canary is sort of leaning against the cart with his back to the door. So he's currently kind of stopping you from just running up and opening the door. What do you want to do? We'll do Wraith and Gimli, avid rescuers. So what do you want to do about what's happened to Juniper?
Oh, do you have any ideas?
I've got 2 pipe cleaners and a 50p coin.
Well, anything you could do with that? I suppose if there's a lock, maybe a little bit of makeshift lock picking, but... Well,
I do actually have lock picking. I do have lock picking as a skill, and because it is Dex skill, it's a +5. In my head, I was thinking more from lock making rather than lock picking, but I suppose if you know one, you're likely to know the other as well. So there's that. The big guy. What do we do about the gate? Should we go around the big guy, or shall we try and knock him out?
Well, I'm not looking to cause a big commotion here. There's a big crowd just over there. I don't have any ability to put him to sleep or anything like that. I don't suppose you've got any poisons or anything about you?
I do not have poisons on me, no.
What did I collect a vial of? I'm sure I collected a vial of something poisonous.
It's the
bear
poison. Bear poison.
Yeah.
We gave it.
That way, yeah.
No, not that. I collected like some, I think it was darkspawn blood or something. Because I was trying to poison a guy with it at one point. Do I still have that?
A bit strong. Wouldn't necessarily want to poison somebody with darkspawn blood. We've seen what happens.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps a good old-fashioned distraction is what's needed here. Well, you've got a good foot now. Do you think maybe you could get his attention, give him a chase?
Sorry, my brain's roasting.
It is bloody
It's
hot
warm.
out.
I don't know, sure.
Oh, is it frozen again? 1 second. There we
I'm
go.
gonna. I don't know. Maybe just go in with the big and obvious. I don't know. Just walk up to him and say, "What you got in there?"
Well, if you're confident that you can just persuade your way into maybe getting a look, and maybe we can use that as an opportunity.
Hmm.
Well, lead the way. Let's give it a go.
Okay. So you're just gonna stroll up towards the canary? Alright, what are you gonna say?
Nice, say I'm your pet or something.
I'm gonna say, hey up there. What you got? What you got in that van?
Things.
What kind of things? Things like furry animals, perhaps?
Maybe.
Oh, that's interesting. Because we've got a pet. Well, pet. There's a creature that roams around with us. A black, human-sized cat, shall we say?
Child size, more like.
Okay.
What is cat?
Well, if you open the curtains, I can open the curtains. Are there curtains around this one?
Nope.
Or is it like a
It's the big,
wooden?
thick-looking wooden door behind him.
Well, if you open the door, I can point it out to you.
No.
And the reason being,
It is not yours.
oh, does that mean you have a deed of ownership?
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
And the reason for that is,
My own.
I see.
Can I be
I-
trying to pick the lock from the other side while this is going on?
There doesn't seem to be a lock from the inside. There seems to be quite a large, like, bolt on the outside, keeping the door
Ooh.
shut.
I'm going to try and pry that off in the meantime.
Alright.
I've got knives, I can jam one underneath and pull it out. I'm assuming they didn't check me for knives.
No, they just threw you in.
First mistake, they underestimated me.
Did you know she's twice her own body weight in knives?
Somehow
The-
not surprised.
The floor with a slight clink.
So the canary is just still looking at Gimli with a very disinterested look.
Wraith is awkwardly stood behind Gimli, kind of trying to think desperately of something he could do, but his skill set is just not suited to subterfuge in any way, shape, or form. So he's just trying to look a little bit kind of maybe official and like stern.
Like a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
I would now like to say, I don't mean to pull rank on you, but Grey Wardens and their lawyers don't appreciate being screwed over by two-bit chumps like yourself. So,
He just looks at
are
you.
you
he
going to
looks
let
at-
us have our friend back, or do I have to take out my axe?
He looks you dead in the eyes and just goes, "What is a Grey Warden?"
I'm going to take out my axe and say, are you sure you want to know?
I suggest you listen to this man.
He
He's
just,
entirely serious.
he just stands to his full height, which is about 8.5 foot, draws a quite large sword and just goes, "I see you have chosen the honourable path. I accept."
How was my prying it off gone through? Can I stop picking it
you
yet?
can hear you rattling from the other side of the door, but it's quite a large deadbolt on the outside.
Yeah. See, what I want to do is attempt to slam the door open into him as the fight begins. That's kind of what I'm aiming for here. I'm assuming I've gotten the big bolt off the other side.
So the cat's just screaming at the fan. He's just looking at the fan with absolute hatred that it's causing him to be cold.
A little bit of it there.
Yeah. So he walks. He just looks at Gimli again and says, "We shall do this in the field." And he points towards a sort of small clearing amongst some trees, and he walks towards it.
Is he particularly paying attention to Wraith
No,
as he's doing this?
he's just paying attention to Gimli at the moment.
Wraith turns to Gimli and goes, "Well, best of luck." And Wraith quickly steps forward towards the door that he's leaving behind and pulls the deadbolt across.
Okay then. Sure. I'll follow up to the. How tall am I?
I think if I remember right, you're about 4 foot, so you're about half his height.
Half his height. I'm just wondering where my axe would be if I.
He is, just so you know, he is in full plate armor.
Yeah, but that's fine. You can't plate everything.
Okay.
And when you're as short as I am, that gives you options.
As there's a few vertical attacks I can think of that will work quite nicely.
I think that traditionally the joints of plate armor and having blacksmithing as a skill, yep, I do. I know enough about metalwork and that sort of thing. So I should be reasonably confident that I'd be able to strike certain weak points in the armor, such as the joints, like, for instance, the knee, or perhaps, you know, the ankle, if I reach down low. Anyway.
Okay.
Is the door able to be open now?
Yes, the door swings open, and Jennifer is now sort of standing, sort of blinking at Wraith, quite confused that the door just opened.
Aha, there you are.
Do you want me to knife the canary with the demon magical dagger thing?
Didn't you leave that behind?
Oh, I think I took it. Pretty sure I
remember.
took it.
No, she took it and stabbed the thing that chased her and then ran off with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've definitely still got that dagger because that's why I nicked it in the first place. What did it do, by the way?
I don't think you found that out last time. I think you just know
It
that it
were
was shiny,
bad.
and that's really about all you found.
Yeah. If I were to, you know, just kind of hop out and get kind of Wraith behind me, do I have a clear line of shot for, like, I don't know, the neck?
Well, he is, as I said, in full plate armor, so his neck is covered. But you can throw it in if you want.
I can aim for the eye. I'm assuming his eyes aren't covered.
Well, he has his back to you, and he is walking to a small field with Gimli, who is sort of trotting along alongside him.
What about the helmet?
It does seem to be full sort of horned plate. So like almost like a kind of like a metal bull skull.
Huh. How about your Achilles tendon, right back of the heel area?
He's got it relatively covered with the plate armor, but again, you could always try.
Ugh. Probably not worth it from this distance.
So
Probably worth following along though, in case Gimli needs backup. Also, what is the person in the back of the cart doing?
Yeah. I just like start slowly blinking at the light and shuffling forwards, still slightly confused and vaguely terrified by the weird cat creature that was thrown at me, and then somehow managed to get the door, from my perspective, managed to get the door unlocked. And then there's this very official looking fella in robes and stuff just greeting it like a friend. And I am incredibly confused right now.
Oh, what's going on in here? And Wraith pops his head into the room. And, are they kidnapping people? Oh, it seems like you're the only one that's up and about. Are you okay?
I've been in this cart for ages. You people, not the creature. People. You are people, right? Yes? Yes.
Oh, yes, we're absolutely people. Well, was anyway.
That is the reaction my character does to Juniper doing that.
Arms up in the air. Probably waving a few button knives, you know.
You arm your pets?
Well, she arms herself. There's no stopping that. We've learned that, well, the hard way.
What about the guard outside? Where is he?
Well, Wraith looks back over his shoulder and see Gimli and this guy starting to square up, I
So they're
guess.
basically standing across from each other in a small clearing, and the Canary has his sword in front of him, and then sort of moves it back so it's just almost in front of his face, and then just goes, "You may attempt to strike first."
Well, it looks like they're about to start a fight. Well, we should probably get after them. Are you okay to get out?
Yeah, I can move fine. Yeah, definitely. Get me out. Where's the person who owns this car? Is he still here?
Well, he's around here somewhere. Maybe probably that guy putting on the show out there. I don't know. Maybe you know a little bit about that.
At this point, you hear a 5 gold. Fantastic. 5 gold. Fantastic. Come on. Up you get. Up you get. We got another one. 5 gold. Come on. Up you get. Up you get. Up you get.
Oh, that's him now. Oh, well, we can't let him get away, that's for sure. But, well, Gimli, well, do you think he can handle himself?
It's fine. Just use your friend as a distraction. We need to stop this man.
Alright. Gimli, if you do want to indeed strike, if you want to do your first roll,
Oh god, here we go.
there is a +3 and a -3 to you, so you're on equal ground.
+3 and a -3. Where'd that come from?
Chat.
Oh,
Cat.
right.
Corona and
Yeah.
everything. The yin and the yang. Giving and taking.
I do have two-handed. Anything else that might be useful?
You'd be rolling 2-handed for your axe, so.
Yeah. It's only actually a +3 for me, Axe. Maybe I should do fisticuffs instead. I've got +5 for that. But
Can if you want.
I don't know. No, it feels like more lore accurate to go with a +3 instead.
Okay.
Oh, balls. That's a bad
He
first
powers
strike.
you with ease,
Mm-hmm.
and then slips and falls onto the ground.
I don't really want to kill him.
So it seems that the ground beneath your feet is quite mossy and slippery.
Yes. I don't really want to kill him, so I will take a step back and allow him to get to his feet again.
Okay. He does some sort of very interesting looking dodge roll, combat roll kind of thing, and rolls back to his feet. He seems quite embarrassed. He has an aura of embarrassment about him.
I'm not surprised. But, you know, I'm not going to strike someone who's just slipped over on some moss. I mean, yes, it's the perfect time, but come on now. Gimli isn't like that.
Okay.
Now, if it was Jose, that Canary would have already been skewered about 3 times when he turned his back toward the field, before it even started talking to him, and just then.
Alright, so are you doing another swing at him?
Yes, I will have
roll.
another go.
The fact that Jose also had a bowl cut is something I cannot forget.
Yeah.
Natural
Ooh!
20! Oh, sorry,
No,
unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Let's see,
That's still good though.
where do you hit him? You catch him, number 9. You catch him in the right arm. Well, it doesn't need the plus, it's just the 12. 12 is... 12 is my... You managed to cut his little finger off.
minor loss. Is that then?
Yeah, minor loss.
Yeah. All right. And
Um,
his retaliation
His
is.
reaction, first of all, is he grimaces and you hear a sort of angered grunt.
Reasonable.
Before he also swings and hits you.
Oh.
14. It's not with the pluses. 14 is left leg.
God damn it! I just got that leg fixed. Or was it the other one?
12 is minor loss, I think, as well.
So I lose a toe.
Yep, he slams his sword down, slicing through the end of your boot with all your toes.
All my toes go missing.
Yep.
Bollocks.
Again.
Not again!
We are 40 minutes in, folks, and we've already had a loss.
So, are you going to keep swinging? Are you going to try and hobble away? What are you going to do?
Well, observing from a distance at this point, Wraith notes to the others, because we haven't stepped away quite yet. Oh, it doesn't look like it's going so well. Well, he seemed to have the upper hand for a moment, but well, maybe we should give him a hand. And are we in range that Wraith could use thorn roots on
Yes.
this guy?
Yes.
Cool. And Wraith points his staff and fires off thorn roots.
Alright, roll.
Ooh, six.
Natural 1.
God damn it. Don't you thorn root me, you git.
Oh dear.
Natural 1. Yeah, the roots have...
Should I just
spun-
die?
No, the roots have indeed gone round the canary, but they've basically like galvanized his armor to all have sharp roots all round them. So he's now basically got even more armor and is now got sort of quite jaggy.
I'm going to recognize the thorned roots, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to inwardly curse your name, and just try and get on with it.
Alright, roll.
Second thought, thorned roots sound like they could be burned, and they are all over him now. Perhaps we should set him on fire.
Why? We're not looking to kill the man. We're just looking to distract him for a while. And give him a good fight while we're at it. Because, you know, they don't often get a good fight, the Canary. Always ends up with people running away. He's not going to kill me. We're going to fight to a standstill and we'll be epic.
Okay, roll.
Even though
Already
I'm
lost
equivalent of a,
points.
You're going to die.
even though I may be the equivalent of like a tinkerer, what's that in the real world then? I guess a tinkerer. I'm basically the electrician of the group, but goddamn, I've got an axe and I know how to use it.
Okay, roll your accent.
This road. It's
I
so
love this
weird.
road. I love it.
I do not. Just in case you're getting any ideas, I don't want to kill him, so I'd like to stave off a killing blow if I accidentally roll it.
Okay. You miss.
Not that that looks like it's going to be a problem.
He swings and it just misses your head. It does shave a couple of hairs off.
I don't have any hairs.
Oh, you're bald, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I lost them, remember? Fireball. So I guess it whistles over my head.
Yeah, it whistles over your head. Maybe clips you, like a millimetre of your ear.
Oof. I don't have them either, remember?
I keep forgetting you've lost your ears as well, didn't you?
I think, do I still have the earlobes, or do I still have the bit at the top?
I think you
Wasn't
had
it like a shot? And
No,
it
I still got the
everything-
earlobes. There you go.
Yeah, you had nothing but the lobes left. From
that
what I
was it,
remember.
yes. Right, okay, so...
But I still have the beard, so
Alright, so,
it's all good enough for
are
me.
you swinging again?
Sure.
You swing, it bounces off his armour.
Fair enough.
He clunks deep into your thing. Does it actually do anything? Eight and 8. He get a glance blow on your right arm that causes it to start like a large gash along your right arm.
A gash on my right arm.
Mm-hmm.
While this is going on, I'm going to zoom over to the site. I'm going to try and get behind the canary and like hide up a tree and attempt to line up a dagger throwing shot.
Okay. Is Wraith doing anything?
It's gonna turn to the mysterious stranger and say, "Oh, well, it looks like the action's kicking off. Do you want to get after that guy?" And he looks back towards the guy that's been reinforced with thorned roots. "I've never seen my spells do that before, and I suppose, well, I'm starting to feel more of a liability to this group than anything else. We should probably get after that other guy. Certainly don't want him getting out of here."
Okay, good shout. We'll go after the name for it. Him. While your friends distract the guard, they seem like they're doing a semi-competent job of it.
So while you begin to head off, it's time for Gimli's next swing.
This time I'm going to sort of stand back defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll for that, or?
No, I'll just give you a bonus to your defense then.
Okay.
So as long as he doesn't get like basically above 20, as long as he doesn't get above 20, fine. Yeah, he doesn't.
We trade blows.
Yep.
And parry and all that stuff.
All right. So it's your. Are you doing another? While Juniper climbs the tree behind you, are you doing anything else? Are you swinging again? Or are you just staying defensive?
I would like
behind
to.
the canary and like in front of Tom.
Yeah, but they're sort of sparring and sort of moving around each other.
Around. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
I would like to. He's swung at me, so now I'm swinging at him.
Okay. Roll.
20 plus 3.
16. Yeah. It bounces off your axe, gets embedded in the roots wrapped around him. Doesn't do any damage.
Is it, when you say embedded, is it stuck there, or?
I assume you keep your axe sharp enough that it would sort of come loose.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Oh, come on now.
So again, he swings, but his momentum is slightly off from having something stuck in his arm while trying to swing.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Juniper is now up the tree. Are you wanting to take a time to aim a shot, or you want just to fire straight away?
Are there any plates that have come loose or look particularly weak?
If anything, you can tell that even less now with all the roots wrapped around it.
Sod it, I'll just go for the Achilles tendon.
Alright. For a roll.
Nice sharp dagger out for that.
Is it just this normal sharp dagger, or is it one of the magical ones?
No, normal one.
Alright.
The magical one is going to be used for special occasions. 22!
Yep, you sunk your dagger down, it goes straight through his foot, pinning one foot to the ground.
There we go, I helped.
What's his reaction?
He yelps in pain. It's your turn to either swing or react, Gimli.
I don't think I'll swing. I think I'll adopt a defensive. Actually, no, because he's pinned, isn't he? So he's not going to attack.
He's going to attack if he can reach you.
Well, yeah. Is there a way to end an honourable combat without death?
That's entirely up to you what you decide to try.
We need Amy. She's our lore expert.
We do.
You kind of need to get him at your mercy, but then he's Canary, isn't he? So I don't think that they I don't think they give up.
I don't actually know what I'm doing now. My brain's starting to melt again. maybe. So like, he's pinned. I've lost some toes.
Are you just gonna stand basically? I assume that he's gonna stop attacking after that last thing, or are you gonna just defend yourself? What are you gonna do?
I'll stand back and be wary.
Okay. Yep, he is notably weakened by having his foot pinned to the ground by a dagger.
Did you see where it came from?
No.
I'm going to approach him warily, with the intention of removing the dagger.
Okay.
How does he? I'm going to make it the intentions like known. As it were, I'm going to tell him that's what I'm doing.
You'd better give it back.
Yeah.
He swings wildly at you, and it sounds like he's in some kind of frenzy.
Oh God. What are the chances I can knock him out with the flat side of my axe?
He is just wildly flailing now, so you can run up and crack him in the head if you want.
I don't want to like behead him. That's the thing, right?
Well, I assume it would take quite a lot to behead him, considering his armor, but you can always try.
I ain't gonna try to behead him. Jeez. All right, I'm gonna use my. No, actually, I tell you what. For now, I'm going to abandon the axe. I'm gonna like stick it back on my back, and instead switch to gauntleted fists. Give me a +5.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can crack him a hook or a cross, and
Okay.
put him down and out without actually beheading him.
You run forward and you flail at him with your fists. His response is he gets a glancing blow on you. Not enough to do any actual losses or anything, but he gets a... Oh, I'm scrolling up. He gets a glancing blow. I think that's your right arm again. He gets another small nick in your right arm as he's trying to basically fend you off.
Alright. Bounce back, I guess, a bit. Let someone else see what's going on.
Okay. So you
So, since he's like pinned, can I try and get back to the cart with the gold in it? And like again, just attempt to get the two guards away. I'm basically just gonna go and point at go up to the guards and just point like your friend's in danger.
Okay. You sort of jump down the tree and make your way back. He's going to have a couple more swings at Gimli. Doesn't seem to do anything with that one. Is anyone doing anything while Juniper is sauntering back to the cart?
Yeah, we're walking towards where the
where the
snake.
the dwarf is. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're
Yes.
standing at the edge of the stage as he's doing his usual, make or pray for them. The fireworks have started, and then this person has reappeared, going like, "We saw us have failed." And he sort of stands, and you notice at this point he is standing with his robes open, completely naked, going, "We saw us have failed."
I just
Oh dear.
and
I like that.
incredibly kind of worried look on my face, and just turn to Rafe and it's like, it's too late. It's happened to someone else.
What's happening? It seems to be. Is he not curing these people? What's the price? How did you end up here? What's going on?
As Rafe is asking questions, thoroughly confused by everything that's happened, I have already started sprinting as fast as my little dwarf legs can carry me towards the dwarf on the stage, screaming, "Where's my money?"
Oh, Oh, there she goes. And Wraith kind of readies his staff and kind of pulls himself up onto the stage and shouts, "This show is a sham! Stop! There's people trapped in a cart back there! All of you, get out of here!"
Okay. Let's see what our on the right channel. What our dwarven friend does.
Which one?
The one on stage. He turns to Karen and goes, "Now, don't you worry. We're like a simple gentleman's misunderstanding with you. The Maker will see you right. Don't worry. I'll pray for you, my son."
Can I punch him?
Yes. Roll strength, I think it is the punch.
So you go into dice
Yeah, I'm
rolling.
already in that one.
Yeah.
Punch and strength.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's 3.
Yeah.
Alright. You
Yeah,
swing and he just ducks back at the last second. You spin round and sort of not fully fall over, but you lose your balance and sort of toggle off to the side. He goes, Now, don't worry about it, friend. If I could just get a little help on stage."
Is, by any chance, the help he's referring to currently busy with a dagger through his foot?
Nope. He refers to 2 more quite large canary that appear from the back of the stage and start walking towards him.
Oh, balls.
Points his staff at the canary and yells, "Stand back, or I'll shoot!"
At this
And
point,
tries to
from
intimidate.
within the confines of the metal helmet, you just hear, "Your primitive magic does not scare me."
"There's nothing primitive about this!" And he fires off crossbolt.
Okay, roll. Yep, you sunk him in the chest with a frostbolt. You notice
It's cold.
he sort of curls inwards, and you see like the breath coming out of him is incredibly cold, and he seems just to sort of like curl down into a ball, whereas the other one just stops and just turns his head to look at him, then just turns back to you and just carries on walking towards you.
Can I fire off another one straight away?
Yeah, if you want. Ooh. Yep, you do the exact same with the other one. At this point, the dwarf goes, Now, let's not get into that. I mean, we've all just had a mere understanding. I mean, Ogbo myself is a wonderful person. I understand that the Maker wants to see you right. So how about this? How about we make you learn your lesson? He's standing on the stairs. And you hear the ground beneath your feet begins to glow.
I suddenly pick myself up from the ground and just start like saying over and over again, just, "It's happening, it's happening, it's happening."
What's happening? What's happening?
The end.
The end? Wraith quickly looks. Is there like the side of the stage he can jump off of somewhere close?
Sure. Yeah. Do a dodge roll. If you don't have dodge roll, do that. If you don't have dodge roll, just do a normal roll.
Ooh.
Yep.
Rightly for a skeleton.
You do a sort of combat roll off the edge of the stage, out of the glowing circle that was around you. And at this point, you hear the dwarf stamping the ground 2 times and go, "You weren't fast enough. He's off the edge of the stage now."
Have I managed to convince the 2 canary by the chest to go outside and see what's going on at least?
As you kind of look in, you notice the 2 canary sort of, their ears prick up at something and they go out through what looks like a back entrance leading out up towards the stage. So there's now 2 more canary just appeared on stage, but
How many canary does this guy have?
But the chest that's left behind is completely unguarded now.
Great, I'm getting into that chest.
Oh, of course you are. Can I have another couple rounds with the
Sure.
canary?
Are you still going to flail at him?
I'm not flailing. Thank you very much. I'm.
You're doing some
Boxing.
rabbit punches. Okay.
Eventually, one of them's gonna hit something enough to make his ears ring.
Okay.
Bam!
Yep.
Right,
You
one.
bang him
Pow!
on the
Right in the
head.
kisser.
He's obviously shaken. He swings back and hits you.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
There's a swing, an upward swing.
Okay.
It starts slicing at the top of your leg.
Uh-oh. Is this gonna be a full, bisection?
That is the question. Odd or even?
Oh god.
Oh, bloody hell, really? Oh, fuck me. Even.
Question you never want to hear.
It's odd. Gimli is
I don't know.
sliced clean from groin to shoulder.
Fuck.
Damn.
Rip.
Another one bites the dust.
How many are you on now?
I think that's the third one dead.
I like how your dwarf character has died literally just as another dwarf has entered the party.
Well, there can be only one.
It's like hiring quotas or something.
It is the standing, leaning, sitting rule of there can be only one.
I was really, really hoping that, we could have, a bit of a fight, a bit of a box, we'd lose some toes and get a couple scars, and then we'd shake hands and have a beer afterwards, but no.
You answered the latter.
Alas.
Now,
Well,
like
I
me,
guess that's me then.
you are a part of
Oh fuck, now I've got to make another character. I'm running out of ideas here, guys.
Just gonna follow Flush.
I blame chat for this. I'm
There's
not sure
always
why
one
I'm blaming
person in
chat.
the party who constantly goes through characters.
This was one.
So Gimli has been basically
Bolts.
slit in twain, and as he collapses to the floor, the frenzied bleeding canary kneels, pulls the dagger out of his foot, and just says, "May you find your way to the Kyun."
I don't know what that is. What's that?
Really, your last words.
So, does Gimli
You know
have
what?
last
Sure.
words?
You know what? Last words of. My last words. Do you have a potato or a lemon?
All
I
about
see
those
it
low
now.
level
The
science
lemons.
I like just the I like to imagine the canary's just like, what?
The canary.
Next character idea, a canary that sells lemons, like a travelling lemon wares man.
Traveling lemon and potato salesman. I like that.
Gimli's dream that he never got to meet.
Oh dear. Well, it's fun while it lasted.
Yep.
Balls. Well, good luck.
So, as the rest of you are around this stage, we'll cut back to the remains of Gimli later, if it needs be. So,
He's not going anywhere. Just to let you know.
he's really not.
Ooh.
Brutal.
Oh, I feel
So,
kind of sad now. I like Gimli. I mean, yeah, he's a bit of a doofus, and naive, but I liked him.
A lovable one.
So, what are the rest of you doing now? At the stage? The dwarf backing away. Actually, no. What's Juniper doing with this chest? Let's do that next.
Have I opened it yet?
The chest is not locked. It opens.
Yep.
It seems to contain easily a couple of thousand gold. It's very big and very heavy.
Cool. I'm gonna just start nicking as much of that as I can fit in my pockets, really, and then sneak off. and like maybe go back to our car.
Cause
and,
chaos.
you know, I've got extra jinglies on me now, so I'm even more protected. This is my version of armor.
It's like chainmail, but
Yeah.
you know, coin mail.
And dagger mail. So
coins and
what's
daggers.
going on stage?
The dwarf has just basically watched Wraith jump off the edge, and Karen is screaming about the end, and the dwarf is kind of fixated by Wraith, trying and seems to keep like stamping one foot on the floor and saying, "You idiot! He's more to the left. Can't you aim anything?"
Can I see who he's talking to, or like cat hearing, kind of, you know?
I think at the moment you're currently full of jingling coins running away. So it would be up to Karen and Wraith.
Can Wraith hear him kind of like saying this
Yes.
as he's jumped away?
Yes.
Wraith keeps moving then. He, after the roll, he kind of starts running, but kind of trying to look towards the stage as he's running away.
There does seem to be some sort of cabinet, some sort of door and sort of area underneath the stage.
Okay. He shouts back to the stage, "Quickly, get there, get him!"
Okay, so I managed to pick myself up off the floor, stop my apocalyptic ranting for a second, look the dwarven guy square in the face again, and just start running at him again to try and knock him down again.
Oh, we've lost the Tom.
Oh,
Maybe he's got a new character name in mind. Well, until he comes
he's
back.
put dead Gimli at the moment.
Oh, okay. Right. So yes, you do a roll to charge at him. That would probably be a dex roll.
Yeah, dex roll plus. Yeah, I've got 5 dex. Right. That's one.
All right. Cool. So you run, you charge, you basically like somewhat spear him. Yep, you two of you sort of roll around on the floor. The two Canary that have just reappeared seem to be like walk over to the two that are already frozen and seem to be kind of confused as to are they still alive or not. They're not used to magic.
Is the crowd completely dispersed at this point, or are there any?
The crowd is dispersed when you ran through and shouted, "It's a scam! It's a scam!"
Okay. As Wraith is running, he's looking towards the floor. Is there any hint of that same kind of like light coming up anywhere?
Occasionally, after about 2 or 3 steps, you see a sort of slight glow beneath your feet, but as you keep running, it seems to stay behind you.
Okay. As he's running, then the box you described, where it looks like there might be somebody, or like some other aspect of the stage, was that directly like beneath the stage?
Yes.
So if I were to attack it, the stage above would be in trouble.
It does look like some sort of compartment beneath the stage itself, so there does look like there's a door somewhere, but it's not obvious to you.
Okay. As where the lights are coming up underneath him and they're kind of going away, are they just going away behind him, or is there the signs like something is activating and triggering?
It just sounds like something is making the ground burble.
Okay. The two Canary that have approached the stage, are they up on the stage currently?
They are on the stage currently looking at the other two Canary that were there before you froze.
Right. Is there enough space between the two of them that if Wraith were to make a mad dash to kind of try and run very close to the two of them, but like directly between them, in the hopes, like my thought here is that I want to have the spell or whatever it is triggered just as he kind of like gets away.
Considering
between the
that
two.
Wraith has quite good, what I will describe as rinse wind energy, then yes.
Okay, that's what we're doing then.
Alright, do a dex roll. Nice, yes. As
There
you
we go.
run between them, there is a burbling sound even on the sort of wood of the steps, and there seems to be something. You didn't see what it was because you're still running past, but as you turn round, you just see the faintest sign of these canary just being pulled very quickly through the ground behind you. All 4 of them.
As he's continued to run, and I'm trying to think of like the pace wise. How often is this going off? Like
It's
every
not following
5
you
steps,
after
something
after it fires on the canary and pulls all them down. It doesn't seem to be following you anymore
okay.
because it hasn't
So-
received any further orders, so it doesn't seem to. It seems to think it must have got wherever you were.
Wraith continues to run around the stage for a few moments. Then, as Karen is, are you still ranting a little bit? Maybe.
Well, Karen is sort of rolling around with the dwarf, I think, at the moment.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Wraith continues to run around that fight for a few moments until he
you notice
realizes.
that the ground
Stops.
where the canary were is incredibly charred.
So yeah, puffing and puffing. Wraith stops, catches his breath, sees that, and then looks towards the 2 rolling about, and realizes what's happening there.
Okay. So the 2 dwarves are rolling around on the floor. All you just hear is a sort of scuffle. Are you just basically punching him? Are you?
Yeah, I'm just repeatedly punching him with like just vague, angry noises, like not particularly saying words, just arms.
Fair. All right. If you just roll me a strength roll, we'll see how the punches go, and we'll see what he does.
Nice.
A natural 20, nice. So yeah, you just keep punching him. His face is becoming incredibly bloody. His response... he just seems to be getting more and more dazed, and he's not reacting. The more you hit him, he's just getting slower and slower, to the point that he's basically knocked out.
That was not what I wanted to do to him.
So he's not
Next thing I was going to do will be
unconscious.
explain this.
He's not unconscious, but he's very like.
Yeah, I'm repeatedly punching him, asking him, just yelling at him, explain this, what have you done, and not making the connection that me repeatedly causing blunt force trauma to the skull might make that a little bit difficult.
That's fair.
Oh, calm down there. Oh, I think you've bested him. And Wraith puts a hand on the shoulder and tries to pull him back just a little bit.
Have I noticed the hidden door or compartment by any chance?
I think because you are basically running with a cloak full of jinglies back to your own car, I don't think you've noticed anything.
Okay. I'm going to stash the cloak, like, under the tub in the cart, in the hopes that, like,
As you see the snoring Vincenzo.
just put it on top of him.
Yep.
A blanket,
Nice weighted blanket, you'll be happy.
Yeah. I'm going to take my fancy dagger and just kind of, vaguely hide it on my person, just kind of like that. And see if I can, like, wander around the stage and see if anyone needs a stabbing, basically.
Okay.
If I
So
spot them, right?
it's you and Wraith on the stage now. The dwarf is in a bleary, bloody mess on the floor, with Karen still holding them by the lapels, shaking them violently when they're not talking. Can Wraith and Juniper give me a awareness check, please? I'll assume Karen is still too frenzied to be looking around for a trapdoor.
Yeah, she's a little pissed off at the moment.
17?
18.
Yeah, that's fine. Eventually, between the two curtained areas, you find a trapdoor, and as you flick it open, you see a sort of middle-aged looking man with thick black hair, who's wearing an obvious mage robe, who turns to look at you. On the wall and on the floor around him are dead bodies that are sort of like blood is pouring all over the floor, and there's one person still in a cage behind him, and he goes, hello, am I released? Do you have more people for me? I cannot work with just the one. If you want to heal more people,
Put your hands up. And Wraith points his staff.
he sort of looks confused and then goes, is there a problem? Is Mr. Rockman not wanting me to help more people?
Yes, there's a big problem here. We don't know quite what you've been up to, but it's clearly a big problem.
Oh, I have no problem. I have no problem. Just you know, just speak to Mr. Ogman. He's very reasonable man. Very reasonable man.
Just gonna push my way in front of Wraith and just hand over like a couple of gold and be like, fix arm.
Oh, no problem. At this point, you notice he is missing both of his pinky fingers. He goes, no problem. He looks to the cage of the very groggy man there, just chunks a dagger straight in the man's neck, and then this red swirl starts going around him. And then you just see him focus on your arm, so his eyes go white, and then he goes, there you go. And your arm is immediately back working again fully.
Nice.
Blood magic.
Yes, it is what I am hired for, yes. Well, I say hired, I'm not really hired, I'm just sort of here as Mr. Rogbin. He keep my daughter around until I find her. I cannot leave. But it's okay. We're going to Ravine, and when we get to Ravine, we are going to be free, and we're going to be happy, and we're going to be a family again, and everything will be fine.
Go now.
I don't know where my daughter is. I need to find her. I don't know where she is. Mr. Rogbin knows where she is. He will tell me. He promised he would tell me when we get to Ravine.
He's not going to tell you.
What do you mean you're not going to tell me? What has happened?
Not nice man. We'll find her.
What?
We'll find her for you.
Okay. He just looks around really confused, like he doesn't know what you're talking about.
He said his daughter was missing, so probably should find her.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Ogden has hidden her. I don't know where she is. He is taken to a warehouse somewhere. He said I will get her back once we have got to Ravine.
We'll ask. I'll start pulling my sleeve, like, come on.
I suppose you're in luck today, sir. I think many a person would have a great deal of issue with blood magic, but, well, where I'm from, it's not such a big thing, really.
Juniper is, the morals of a goddamn animal.
He just looks right up and down and goes, you are a fellow of the winter, yes, I have winter too.
Yes.
He just sort of smiles at he's got a very, like, pencil moustache. And he just goes, yes, we brothers, yes, yes.
I don't know the places to reference to make it work necessarily, but I feel like Wraith would attempt to try and do some, like, old boy talk. Like, did he go to the same university? Like, that kind of thing.
What's the name of the capital?
Oh, no, it is a beautiful place, yes. We brothers, we family, yes. You let me come with you, yes.
Yeah, that's a little bit much. We're on Grey Warden business, after all.
Wonderful. The Grey Wardens are wonderful people. I will come with you. It'll be wonderful. It'll be grilled. It'll be fantastic. Yes.
Well, we'll see what the rest of the group says, I suppose. Seems we've got some other people joining us. Well, at least one for now. You might be the other.
Oh, wonderful.
Juniper, like a little bit confused. What do you think?
I mean, I don't trust him, but he shouldn't have had his daughter kidnapped and he's basically being human trafficked across the border. Like, I don't know, some instinct of mine says that's wrong.
Oh, that's fair.
So we should at least, like, reunite him with his daughter. I mean, I don't necessarily want him in the group, but...
Well, let's go back to that other person that we freed. And, well, we should probably go and check on Gimli, too. Maybe he's won that fight.
You just walk out to the... You just see coming slowly towards the stage, dragging behind him the two halves of Gimli, is the canary.
Oh.
And one on each side, just dragging 1 foot behind on each side.
Cat is just staring at this like...
Well, it doesn't look like the day's over yet. Oh, poor Gimli. He only wanted to teach people science.
Oh dear.
How would he have coped without his copper and zinc rings?
Can I try and get those rings perhaps off of the body? Just like, you know,
Well,
so,
he
I can't bury him. They're going to take the body
He
away.
paid the canary that's currently dragging his body with them, so...
Like, they're probably just in one of the pockets, right?
Yeah.
Can I just run over and, like, just quickly kind of scamper off again?
Yeah. You run over, and as you get close, the canary just sort of looks at you and just goes, "He fought well."
He had rings. Can I take burial?
And the canary just sort of drops the body unceremoniously onto the ground and just goes, "Yes." And just walks back towards the cart and sits down on the stairs.
Cool. Shall we do a cremation or something? Or what the hell are we gonna do?
Well, relieved at the canary seemingly not being angry, Wraith turns to the mysterious stranger and says, "I have not even caught your name yet. My apologies."
I assume you mean the dwarf,
Yes.
rather than the very eccentric mage from the thing. So,
Oh, yes.
I'll let you go.
Should differentiate at this point.
Yeah. So, all right, yeah, mate. My name's Karen. This man stole from my group, double crossed us, dosed me with lyrium, and then I woke up in that cart.
Well, I can appreciate your vigor in, well, giving him what for.
Can I punch him again once more just to make my point?
He is now burbling and seems to be singing some sort of rendition of "Show Me the Way to Go Home."
I definitely want to punch him now.
That's fine. So, I assume you can. There's no sort of need to roll to punch him, but you can roll punch him, see if you knock him out properly.
No, I don't want to knock him out properly because I want answers.
He's
and I'm
just
guessing
sort-
these guys want
He's
some.
just sort of burbling to himself. You can tell he's definitely not on the right sound of mind because he is sort of singing to himself.
Oh, actually, maybe that would be kind of like a mercy. Wait for him to wake up, and then we can get answers from him.
All right.
That sounds like yeah.
Okay.
I'll roll for punching.
We can look for a warehouse then. Maybe there's one in town.
On that note, are you wanting to take your own cart, or are you wanting to steal one of his?
So, +3 or 5, sorry.
For
Punching.
punching, probably a strength.
Right. Yeah.
Yep, you just crack him in the head one more time. He goes relatively silent. He's still breathing, but he's a lot quieter than he was.
Oh, that'll teach him. Oh, we've got our other friend here. I'll call you a friend for now. And Wraith gives a wary look to the guy that's missing his daughter.
Oh, don't you worry. I'd be very calm. I'd be quiet. I will not be here. You will not even notice me. And until then, if you need any little things done, well, just bring me a small person, and I will just, and then, yes, everything will be good. Everything will be fine. Yes.
Quite. And Wraith looks back to Juniper and gives a raised eyebrow, like, what do you think? I'm not sure we should necessarily actually bring you with us. We should
Okay.
perhaps, well,
And then you go.
and Wraith stands off to the side with the other two of what is now our group, away from this guy, and says, "Yes, well, I'm not sure I believe your story about a daughter, actually. And all that stuff about Tevinter, it's easy enough to say whatever. You should make your own way. We've got Grey Warden business."
I suddenly look up, looking very confused at the mention of Grey Wardens and wondering what I've walked into.
And then you notice the brands on us.
Grey Wardens? Here? What? It is the end, isn't it? It is the end.
Well, you've jumped out of a frying pan and into a fire, so to speak, but, well, it was coming your way anyway. It's probably better that you're with us.
What's coming?
That's me. From Big Port Town.
Fuck.
At this point, your friend is currently like walking around the sort of stage, occasionally kicking what looks like corpses, and just goes, no, there's no life within you. No. What about you?
Shall we just leave him?
What was that?
Shall we just leave him?
Can leave him if you want. He's just walking around in circles, like occasionally looking at bodies, just kind of like,
Wraith eyes one of the other carts that you mentioned, because our cart is a makeshift thing that was put together by Gimli, and Wraith looks at it and thinks, without him around, is this thing going to continue to run? And suggests to the others, well, perhaps we should get the tub and the rest of the stuff, and well, we'll see about Ruth and...
You could take the really fancy one that has the big chest full of, like, lots of money.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And a bed.
Yeah, fuck it.
We'll take that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and start loading everything that we possibly can from our cart into this. And if there's somewhere that you can mount it, is this like a bigger...
Yes.
It's a bigger cart
This is
than
like almost a stagecoach compared to a cart.
Okay. Wraith mounts the chattering horse skull up on the front of the cart.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that.
The what?
At one point, Wraith attempted to resurrect a horse, and it didn't really go very well, and it kind of was more like a, I don't know, reanimated skeleton by the time things were done. And ultimately, the souvenir is the chattering horse skull, which he has kept.
And we put candles in its eyes, and we used it to scare a man once.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, and then now we've got that on the stagecoach. So good times.
All right. So
And Wraith's very happy with that. You can see as your characters that he is pleased with the way that this looks.
okay.
Probably stuff Ruth and Vincenzo into the bed.
Yes, they'll probably wake up going, "Why am I on a bed?" And you'll be like, "Well."
Face to face. So that they can wake up and just be like, what the hell?
Wake up staring in lovingly into each other's eyes. Yep, seems about right. Alright, well, as you sort of grab your stuff and put it all in the new cart, as you begin to sort of slowly make your way out. Actually, what did you do with the corpse of Gimli? Did you burn it? Did you?
Probably cremation, if you can. Just set a fireball on it.
Yeah, I could have done a quick fireball.
Okay, that's fine, just so I know.
I'll take 2 rings because they're shiny and memories. I've got one from Jose as well, so it feels like I should just start collecting mementos of Tom's characters.
You've got Jose's bowl cut. Alright, so as you put your stuff in, are you reminding this gentleman, mage, that you're leaving, or are you just going to subtly leave without him?
I think unless he's going to come over to us while we're loading the cart, Wraith is fully ready to get out of here.
He does sort of walk over while loading the cart and just kind of goes, "Oh, this is wonderful, this is wonderful, this is nice cosy environment, yes, your food and drink supply is there, that is very interesting to know, yes. I will. I'm going to go and purchase some things. It's been a while since I've been out of my box. Yes, I'll be back shortly. Yes. Don't worry. I won't be long. And just walks
Gonna
off.
hand him like 1 gold coin and be like, "Go get food."
Oh, wonderful. Yes. I go get food. Yes. And he just sort of wanders off, quite content to himself. At this point, you notice he's still caked in blood.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get arrested within a day. Bet you.
Wraith is grumbling to himself and just shaking his head as he's doing things with the cart as this guy walks away.
Karen is just glaring at him and just whispering the word demon under her breath.
Alright, so as you set off without this friend, we will wind that up there. So does anyone have anything else they wish to add before we stop this episode?
Can I have a drawer for all of my spare daggers?
There is surprisingly a large amount of storage in this car. Most of it
Cool.
seems to be full with incredibly well ironed dwarf clothing. But again, you're welcome to do with that whatever you want.
I'm gonna find a little nook somewhere high up that I can just make into my den. Maybe a big hole in the walls.
It does have 2 horses rather than the single horse you had before, but it is surprisingly spacious. So yes.
I am 80% certain that the gold in the cart is the gold he stole from my Carter group, but I'm keeping it quiet because these strangers I've joined up with out of fear and necessity genuinely terrifying.
Oh, where's our cat, by the way?
Yeah, your cat. I'll just have your cat's just there. Has it killed anyone today? Probably. Have you found the body yet? No. It's still covered in blood. It's always covered in blood, that cat. So yeah.
Cat.
Yeah.
Cat.
I'll explain later.
One of these explanations. I'm really intrigued to hear how that one explanation goes. All right. So yeah, that will do us for this week. Thank you very much for watching along today, folks. I will just do the usual wind-up stuff. So starting with, if you want to get yourself some D&D stuff or RPG stuff, if you go to dndice.co.uk and use Penance RPG, you will get 10% off things. Many things. They do some fantastic dice. They do metal dice, plastic dice. They do a couple of other little like dice trays and stuff. They do some really nice Pride ones and everything. Really worth checking out. But yeah, they do 10% off with that. And if you want anything to augment your game, such as like deck of many things, deck of just random loot, some random like dungeon loots and ideas and stuff like that, Gemhammer Gaming does that, and you get 20% off with Penance RPG there. So yes, if you want to go and get some free stuff, some cheaper stuff on us, please check that out. It helps us out massively as well. So that is that. Our next streams we are doing tomorrow should be our 222 Twitch follower stream thing. Belry has messaged me today and said I might not be able to make it. So if this gets cancelled again last minute, this will happen. When Belry is free, but it should happen tomorrow. It should be tomorrow, and it's me and Belry playing. I think it's called Perfect Date: The Cat Dating Sim. Then Tuesday is Barotrauma, which is myself and Mr. Tom, and Rowan, if they want to join at any point.
If I'm awake.
Awesome. So that's Barotrauma. Then after that, we'll be doing some more indie horror. I think Stray actually is released on Tuesday, so I might be playing Stray. Which, if anyone's not familiar, it's a game about being a cat. It looks awesome. Wednesday should be Saints Row 3 with myself and Belry. Thursday should be more indie horror, or more Stray if I enjoy it. If I do get around to playing it. And then Friday is Raft. Possibly something after Raft. Depends how people are feeling. Might do Phasmoing frequently, might do it regularly. Who knows. So yes, that is the next week. So thank you everyone for watching along today. We will probably raid out to someone now. Does anyone have a preference for anyone we raid into? Who's our options? Oh, there's only like 2 people on. There's someone playing Elden Ring. Oh, there's Insight's doing a birthday stream. Fuck it, we're rolling at them. So we're going to roll into Insight Checked. They are playing Elden Ring. So they are lovely folk. They usually do some RPG stuff, but they've also do other games as well. my brain is useless. I'm trying to remember what else they've played, and my brain's not remembering a damn thing. But yes, that is that. So thank you everyone who has been along today. Thank you to Josie for joining. I hope you've not been too terrified by your first experience of every single tech gremlin we've ever had at once.
Yeah, that was something. That was something. That was a...
We might have to bum around on the chat and try and work that out.
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
But as I said, it's not a
randomly
Dark
pop onto
Tide
the
stream. We
channel.
have at least 5 tech gremlins. So yes, we'll roll over then tech checked, and we'll do the whole wind down there. So yeah, once again, thank you everyone for being a part of it today. Take care. Catch you later. Good night.
Bye.
Oi.
Mindless waving.